Call the meeting to order. Invite you to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Our esteemed chairman is missing today, so I'm stuck in the middle. Do I hear a motion for approval of today's agenda?
Motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. We have a motion to approve the minutes of the January 18th, 2024 P&Z meeting.
A motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. New business. P350 32625 Windmill Drive, application which is a minor subdivision plan submitted by the applicant W. Zachary Couch PE of the firm Davis, Bowen and Friedel on behalf of the property owners Joseph R. Irwin and Christoph A. Irwin. You want to start us out there, Mr. Simino?
I certainly will. This is minor residential development plan review, Irwin Properties subdivision, 32625 Windmill Drive, tax map ID 1341626. This letter is from the town engineer. Town engineer couldn't be with us tonight, so I will read his comments. Based on our review, we have the following comments. In general, number one, please revise the variance note on the plan to include the application number and specifically note the reduction in lot depth approved by the board. The existing shed will have to be removed prior to recordation. The record plan should not depict the shed. 3. Single lot development plans in accordance with section 140-100 will be required prior to building permit issuance for any future dwellings. Utilities. No utility information is provided on the plan. Show both the public water main and the sanitary sewer main that will service the proposed lots. 2. Provide existing elevation data for the sanitary sewer main to verify that the sanitary sewer laterals are feasible to service the location of the future dwellings. 3. The plan shows a sanitary sewer easement on the common lot line of lots 35 and 36 in Wedgefield. If sanitary service laterals for each proposed lot will need to be connected to a main in that easement, they will need to be connected separately. If additional easements are necessary on the proposed lots to accommodate the service lateral locations, they should be shown on the plan and recorded as part of this document. That's from James H. Lober, P.E., with KCI Technologies, our town engineer.
Okay.
And Mr. Chairman, before we proceed, can I check with the clerk? Madam Clerk, have all notices of this, these proceedings been properly published, and have all neighboring property owners gotten notice as required? Thank you.
Okay. Do any of the members have any questions of Ken on this particular thing? Anybody here representing the interest, if they care to step up, identify yourself and speak, please.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, I guess. For the record, I'm Zach Crouch with Mr. representing the owners of the property, the Irwins. And we have addressed these comments, and just to kind of go over them, in reference to the utilities, I got an email from Richard Jackson, which is with the Sussex County Engineering, in reference to a Y connection at that stub for sewer, which is in Wedgefield. We are showing that sewer main with the inverts on the plan. There's plenty of fall to the property, and the email basically confirms that both properties can be served by that stub. In reference to the water, there's a hydrant on the other side of Windmill, and actually a water main from Tidewater. per town's code, you're required to tie into central water. The owners are gonna bore underneath the road with a utility construction permit and serve both parcels with central water. And the other two comments, I mean, we addressed with the variance. I can give you a little bit of history about that if you would like, but, you know, the property itself was annexed into the town in 2006, and the applicant actually was gonna submit an application to have 4 lots there. Did the improvements at Windmill and took 21 feet of their property to do the improvements there. Well, that's what's basically brought us to the Board of Adjustments, because they took so much land that we didn't have the depth. So instead of the 4 lots, we just did 2. And there again, it was no calls by the property owners. I mean, Dell Dot came in and had to make those improvements. They took the land. So with that being said, we went to the Board of Adjustments. It was approved, and that was the reason for the reduction from, you know, 100 to 94. So that's 6 foot. So with that being said, I'm here to answer any questions. I mean, as far as the shed being removed, that's in the process of being done right now. We understand that's part of the approval process. So that'll be done before recordation, and, you know, we will work with Tidewater for the extension of the lateral to serve both parcels.
Okay, any questions from any of the members? No, well, if that being the case, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
We'll open this to the public. Anybody in the public care to make a comment on this particular item? Seeing no one leaping to their feet, we will close the public portion of the meeting. Do I hear a motion for approval or denial?
Make a motion.
For which? To approve?
Approve, yes.
Okay. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. The second item is P 351, 77 West Avenue, and this is a minor subdivision plan submitted by the applicant Charles Bucky Dennick Jr. of the firm Becker Morgan Group on behalf of the property owner Rebecca G. Hall. Ken, you're up again.
All right, thank you, Mr. Curran. Minor residential development plan review, plans of Rebecca G. Hall subdivision, 77 West Avenue, tax map ID 134, 12.00, 504.00. Again, reviewed by town engineer James Lover of KCI Technologies. Based on our review, we have the following comments. In general, 1, the required width of the proposed lot is measured at the rear of the required front yard. Please clarify on the plan that the 75-foot width dimension is measured at the 25-foot front yard setback. 2, provide an assessment of the proposed lot coverage for lot 1. 3, include the maximum allowable height and lot coverage in the site data table. 4, correct the site data table to note that Tidewater Utilities is the source of water. 5, a single lot development plan in accordance with section 140-100 will be required prior to building permit issuance for any future dwellings. 2, Del Dot approval. The portion of West Avenue on which the subject parcel fronts is a Del Dot owned and maintained right-of-way. A letter of no objection to record from Del Dot will be required prior to the final plan approval. That's a reference to the entrance to the lot.
Right.
Utilities. Number 1, no utility information is provided on the site plan. Show both the public water main and the sanitary sewer main in West Avenue. 2, provide existing elevation data for the sanitary sewer main to verify that a sanitary sewer lateral is feasible to service the location of a future dwelling. Wetlands. 1, the drainage ditch along the northern property boundary appears in the DENREC database as a blue line, and state wetlands also exist along the northern and eastern property boundaries. Provide a wetland delineation report and depict any wetland boundaries on the plan. If no regulated wetlands are deemed to exist, a report stating as much will still be required. Easements. Depict all easements and right-of-ways that currently encumber the property. Provide notes referencing the recordation information for each on the plan. And that's all.
Members have any questions? Oh, yes, go
Mr.
ahead.
Chairman, I would like to
Okay.
ask the clerk if all notifications of this application have been properly given by law. Yes. And I would like to also just bring something to the board's attention, or the commission's attention. When you are making your approvals, I'm assuming everybody is making their approvals subject to the terms and conditions that have been imposed by the planning department and the letter of the engineer. And when you make your motions, I'd like you to make that clear.
Understood. First of all, your assumption is correct.
Okay,
That is a standard procedure for us, but we will make it more clear.
thank you.
All right. Does anybody in the audience then wish to step up and address the issue involved with the party? Please identify yourself.
Bucky Dennig with the Becker Morgan Group, professional land surveyor. In regards to the general comments, the 75-foot width was dimensioned at the 25-foot yard setback line. We will adjust the plan to make it more readily noticed. We have done an assessment of the lot coverage for Lot 1. Since it's being subdivided, Lot 1 has the existing improvements on it. They're allowed 35% coverage. They're at 10.4% with the acreage of the proposed lot. We will add the allowable height and lot coverage to the data table. We've already made the change to the Tidewater Utilities for the source of water. We understand that if they go forward with building on the lot, that they will need to do a site plan. As far as DELDOT approval, we will submit through the DELDOT process for a letter of no objection for a single residential driveway permit. We have, after receiving the comments, we have scheduled to have the water and sewer. We've located the the water valves, and the sewer manholes. We have not gotten measure downs. West Avenue's pretty busy, so we'll attempt to get those and show those on the plan. And we'll also show that there will be fall to get into that main. I believe they're connected at the existing dwelling, so it shouldn't be an issue to connect another, even though those are going to be set pretty far off the road. The wetlands comment, we will contract with a wetlands delineator, environmental scientist to delineate the wetlands, and we will show them on the future submission. And the easements, after getting these comments, I did a search on the property for easements, and there's only 2 listed in the land records. One is on the northern property line of that ditch, one is on the eastern property line along the ditch. We're showing them on the plan as a 10-foot drainage easement. They're both already recorded as 10-foot drainage easements, so we'll just change the language on the plat from proposed to existing with library folio for each. And I believe that's it. Any other questions from you?
I have one question, Ken, on that easement thing, there's nothing different about that, right? You're simply recording in a different word what's actually existing?
Yeah, I just need to show it. It's a drainage easement to the town of Ocean View. 10-foot drainage easement to the town.
Both of them are, the one on the
Yes.
side and the one in the back, are both to the town of Ocean View.
Okay. Any of the other members have any questions? Thank you, sir. We'll open it to the public. Anybody in the vast public behind you care to say anything?
I ran them all out.
That being the case, we shall close the public session. As noted by our esteemed counsel, a motion to approve item P351 in accordance with all of the comments and restrictions noted in Mr. Loba's letter of April 9th, which was entered into the record by Mr. Semino, is the motion for approval. Does anybody submit that motion?
I'll motion to approve.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Yeah, no against? The ayes have it. It's approved. With no other business in front of us, do I hear a motion for adjournment?
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you very much.
15 minutes.